guys, there's been an update on the Flashpoint movie, somewhat. If you saw you might have seen the recent Washington Journal article that was discussing the DC Cinematic Universe so far and Justice League. Thank you. And one of the things that brought out in there was something that's sort of been coming out recently is that the Flashpoint movie, the priority of the Flashpoint movie may somewhat depend on the response Justice League gets. I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but that's kind of what some people are getting the feeling about. Not that they're going to just completely cancel the movie, but you know how much priority it gets after Justice League might depend on their response. So, however, they did include Flashpoint on the slates at the Comic-Cons this year, the big Comic-Cons. And so I haven't gotten the sense that they're putting it, pushing it off to the side or anything, because they did include it on the slates. Even though the movie's been pushed back a few times and, some directors have come and gone, it still seems like they are going to go ahead with it. Also, some other speculation was whether or not it's going to be a Flash movie or a Justice League movie, but according to the article I read, it seems like it still will be a Flash movie, and that it's going to be inspired by the Flashpoint storyline in the comics. We don't know how much they're going to stay true to the animated film, but I think revealing the title of the Flash movie as Flashpoint was probably a pretty big shock to a lot of us, and exciting at the same time to see how much they're going to stick to a certain storyline. So this article revealed that they are seeming to prioritize Flashpoint, and that it will be a Flash movie. And also, it wasn't included in the article, but the writer Brian Fitz, soon after the article was released online, he tweeted that Toby Emmerich, a Warner Brothers guy, president of the motion picture division, or head of it or something, he told the writer that they are prioritizing it and closing in on a director. Didn't name a specific director, but it seems like they are getting close to completing, a deal with a director. So that is exciting for me anyway. It's unfortunate that the Flash movie has been pushed back a few times, and we were expecting it to be sooner now than it is, but I think it's better if they have to push a movie back to be able to do it right and to be able to get the film that they want made, then it's probably better than just rushing it through just to make everyone else happy and just to have it released. It's better to kind of, if it's necessary to push it back to get what they want out of it, then it's better that way. So like I said, they included it on the slates at the Comic-Cons. I wouldn't take that to mean as they don't know what they're doing with it, because I've said many times a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that we don't necessarily hear about or know about, and so we just assume that nothing's going on with it because we don't hear about it, but that's not true. So seems like they definitely have in mind how much they want to prioritize this movie, and it seems like even though the movie's not out yet, the Flash has become a pretty popular favorite for a lot of people already, and so maybe that's why they're thinking that it might depend on the response from Justice League. But it seems like it's going to be a good response so far. That Washington Journal article also said that they, I guess they were polling people that have done these recent screenings, and that it's scoring as well as Wonder Woman did. So that's good news. We know Wonder Woman was a big critical success, got a lot of positive feedback, and so that's what they're hoping for with Justice League. And I think that because in the comic storyline and the animated film, the whole Flashpoint timeline is created because Barry goes back to save his mom from being killed, and then he's in this alternate reality where everything's different, and it's all these Justice League characters are in it, but they're all different. And so that's what everyone, I think, is wondering, is how much they're going to stick to that. And Wonder Woman has already been confirmed for the Flashpoint movie, so I'm expecting other Justice League members to be confirmed for it as well. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. And also, I think this is just me. I first got the inkling that they might do a Flashpoint movie because when Barry was introduced in Batman v Superman, his cameo of coming out of the Speed Force, somehow showing Bruce the vision of, you know, the whole apocalyptic scene, the nightmare scene, and telling Bruce to find all of them and put them together. When I saw that happen, that to me was some kind of hint or foreshadowing of a Flashpoint story in some way. When I had brought it up to my husband, he was like, no way, they're never going to do that. That's too risky. It's too crazy, you know, because of the animated film. But then when they did reveal the title of the Flash movie, I was like, yes, I told you. Now, the reason he was probably thinking it's too risky is just because of the whole animated film, the whole, you know, Wonder Woman and Mirror thing and all of that. But like I said, that doesn't mean that they necessarily have to stick exactly to the way things were in the animated film. It could just be somewhat inspired by the fact that Barry goes back to change something in the past. He time travels, and it results in, you know, this alternate reality that he has to fix. Or he has to go back and warn Bruce, find us, put us together. Because to me, they just can't put that in a movie and not ever address. That just seems like too big of a thing not to ever come back to in a future movie. And Zack Snyder kind of did tell us it's like a big Easter egg. So, I think that somehow needs to be addressed in the Flashpoint movie. But I could be wrong. We don't know the plot of the Flashpoint movie or really anything else about it. So, that's going to be one that I'm really looking forward to hearing more about. As, you know, the cinematic universe continues to develop and grow and everything. But it was kind of cool to see that they are probably going to prioritize it. And since they're already saying that, you know, even though the movie hasn't come out, Flash is already getting, like, a positive response from fans and stuff. So that's something to look forward to and be on the lookout for. Hopefully, we'll find out sometime in the near future when production is going to start, and hopefully they can kind of get more on track with that movie. And I'm also looking forward to hearing more about Man of Steel 2 after Justice League. I think that's probably farther along than we have heard. They just don't want to reveal anything because he hasn't returned yet in Justice League. They want to wait for us to see that first, but then again, who knows? Lots of stuff's going on with the DC Cinematic Universe right now. So also, speaking of Justice League, Zack Snyder is continuing to share some cool pictures from the set, behind the scenes on his Vero account. He shared a couple of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. He shared this really awesome one of Batman scene. Looks like the rooftop scene when they go to meet Commissioner Gordon. And so, as he shares those, I still want to continue sharing them. Only like about a week away. Getting super excited to see this movie. But, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to my viewers, subscribers, patrons. Check out the links in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Turn on notifications, subscribe if you haven't yet, all that good stuff. Remember to hit the thumbs up button, and we'll see you guys next time.